What's up, guys? This is Drop Dead. Hey, I just wanted to show y'all I'm working on another Scissor Mech. I'm going to try it one more time to do some kind of tutorial for it. So just bear with me. I'm going to try my hardest to do it right. So let me show you what I got going on. Well, for one, I'm using 1.5 inch stock square tubing. This is my chop saw, of course. I'm cutting 2 at a time. These right here I'm making at 2 foot long. I got to have this thing move 7 foot. So I'm making them 2 foot long. This right here is my drill press. What I did, I went on ahead and marked the halfway center mark. Of course, that's 1 foot. We could do the math, can't we? But put a backstop here, so I know with it all the way against the backboard, I know it's hitting the center of my pipe here. I know it hits center right there. And then also I put a stop here, so I know it also hits center from here to down here. So what I did, I went on ahead and drilled all my center holes, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm fixing to start drilling my end holes here and also here, so I can run my 3/8 grade 8 bolts in it. So what I did, I basically got my center where I want it right here. I went 3/4 of an inch from the edge to where I want my hole drilled. I went 3/4 of an inch. So what I did, with it marked here, I went on ahead and drilled a hole all the way through the board, so I could take one of my 3/8 4.5 inch bolts, put it down in it. It went all the way through the board there, as you can see, hopefully. But it went all the way through, and I know from here, well, from here to my drill mark is where I want 3/4 of an inch back. So all I got to do is put that bolt in, drill this hole, take it out, take this out, spin it around, and drill my other hole right there. So give me just a minute. Let me go ahead and get all these drilled, and we'll go from there. Alright, now I got all my holes drilled. And also, let me stress to people that whenever you're drilling holes, always squirt just a little bit of oil on your drill bit, on where you're drilling at. It just saves your bit. You can get more life out of your bit, out of your drill bit. So got all my holes drilled there and down here. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through with a grinder. I'm going to grind any bad burrs off, because whenever you start putting these things together, you got to have a washer in between the two pieces. If you got any bad spots, any burrs or anything, you can hang up, and you want it free, smooth flowing. So let me get my grinder out. I'm going to clean all the little burrs and stuff off and make sure we're nice and smooth and slick, and then we'll start putting this joker together. I'll be right back. Alright, I got them all ground down, as you can see. I can rub my finger over them, and I ain't got to worry about getting no kind of metal shavings or slice my finger open or anything. And I also went around all the edges, made sure all the edges were ground down and so forth too. What I use is a 3/8 grade 8 bolt. These are 4 inches long here. My flat washers and my lock washers, nylon lock nuts, just so you can tighten them down, and you can tighten them down to a point where it's still can swing. You got some play to it. But basically what you do here, grab one of your bolts, one of your flat washers. I'm going ahead and throw one together right quick. But put your bolt in. Grab you another flat washer, put it in the center, and you put them both together like that. Then you put another flat washer at the end, and then you come back with your nut and you screw your nut on. Now these right here are actually not lock. These are not lock nuts. This is a test fitting process here where I test fit everything. I put it all together, make sure everything's working right, then I take it all back apart and clean it real good, and then I paint it with Rust-Oleum paint. So right here is basically one part of the Scissor Mech together. Again, I cut these, they're at 24 inches. Whenever you're building a Scissor Mech, you want to make sure what your travel distance is that you want to do. So basically, from the center here to the point here is what you're actually going to get distance-wise. So basically, each one of these is going to get 12 inches. Going to move 12 inches. So if you want to move 5 foot, you got to have 5 sets of them. So on, so on. 2 foot, have 2 sets of them. I could have done them shorter, but it would have took more to do it. And with this being 1.5 inch steel, it's already going to be heavy. And I want to make sure that for next year, if we change it, we put something else on it, it can move it. I mean, this thing will move a truck by the time I'm done. But all right, well, let me get these together, and then I have to do my uprights here. I got to get a measurement on how high we want this, and then start welding everything together for my actual frame, and then start bolting all this stuff together. So give me a minute and I'll be back. Let me put all these together. Alrighty, I got it all bolted together and extended out. Let me see if I can get the phone set down and see if I can get you a good shot of it working. Well, it's got a lot of distance to it, so now I just got to build the frame to hold it all up. It's kind of hard to hold it and scissor it out because it is a heavy prop, so the Scissor Mech itself heavy. So let me get the frame all built and welded up, and we'll bolt this thing together and we'll test run it, see what it does. I'll be back.